Hello Dairy Today viewers. On behalf of the Market 360 advisors here at Stewart Peterson, I'm Bob Davenport, and this is your Dairy Week in Review for August 9th, 2013. So let's take a look at our CME dairy components at the conclusion of Friday's trade. In cash cheese, blocks settled the week at 179 3/4, up 2 1/4 cents. Barrels settled at 176 1/2, down 3/4 cent. Cash butter settled at 139 3/4, down 4 1/4 cents on the week. August whey settled at 58 1/2, up 1/4 cent, and August non-fat dry milk settled at 177 even, unchanged on the week. Going over to Class 3 futures, September finished out the week at 18.05, down 37 cents. October finished the week at 17.96, down 45 cents. And that puts our 2013 average at just 17.70 this week, down another 9 cents. Let's look at this week's cash cheese sessions in a little bit more detail. There was some decent buying interest for the most part this week until Friday's session, when there's a lot more sellers that jumped in and offered barrels quite a bit lower. The black barrel average was able to close out the week though at 178 1/8 and post a 3/4 cent gain on the week. Now since the black barrel average was able to just eke out that gain this week, that marks the 4th up week in a row for the black barrel average. Let's take a look at our second month milk chart. So here we have a weekly chart of September milk. Now it was a crazy week in the milk market this week, and we saw some really big swings. It was the most volatility we've seen in a 1-week span in quite a while. Now the September contract alone traded within $1.15 range this week, putting in a high of $18.82 on Monday and a low of $17.67. Now, Class 3 futures started out on a weaker tone on Monday, but really sold off sharply during Tuesday's sessions, and the September contract was down over 70 cents at the low, almost putting in a limit move on Tuesday. On Wednesday and Thursday, milk proceeded to take back all of those gains, and were even stronger at the open on Friday, until the end of the cash cheese session on Friday, when futures sold off again. Now the September contract was able to finish at 18.05 here today and posted a 37-cent loss on the week. June dairy exports were released on Tuesday of this week, and exports remained strong overall. However, they were down from May. Now June cheese exports specifically saw a decline of 6.7% in June from the month of May, and declined off of near record numbers that we saw in May that got close to our 2012 high of record cheese exports. With that decline in exports during the month of June, we also saw just a slight uptick in cheese imports. However, imports continue to remain back around normal levels. The Fonterra Global Dairy Trade Auction took place on Tuesday of this week as well. Now the Fonterra Trade Weighted Index was down 2.4% overall, and looking at Fonterra cheddar in particular, cheddar was down 4.4% from the week prior, and that was one of the biggest losers during this week's auction. Now it turns out that the Fonterra recall that was reported last weekend and put a little bit of a scare into the milk market for just a second didn't have too much of an impact on the Fonterra auction overall, as the products that were recalled actually do not trade on the Fonterra auction. Weekly dairy cow slaughter numbers increased about 1,600 head from the week prior and came in at 57,200 head. Now numbers have climbed back above 2012 numbers now with the latest week reported. Now 2013 year-to-date slaughter numbers continue to remain about 3% ahead of where we were at last year-to-date in 2012. Now we could expect to see slaughter numbers trend higher due to seasonality as we head into the end of summer and into fall. Taking a look at the week ahead, we'll have our USDA supply and demand report out on Monday and a dairy products sales report out on Wednesday. So tune into next Friday's video for a recap of these. And that'll do it for us here today. On behalf of the Market 360 advisors here at Stewart Peterson, thanks for watching and have a great weekend.